Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris. This is Starters Order 7, and yeah, uh, got some stuff going on, so trying to clear my mind and just focus on the game. Starters Orders, our little American save. So, yeah, we have live quest on 18 grade 1s. We have the 2-year-olds running really well. And of course, that very last race from Institute Spy, we finally got a win under our belt. So, pretty happy with that. So, that being said, I'm going to jump right into it, go to Newmarket, and get live quest. Hopefully, win number 19. And again, I just think we are going to be jockey orders at a mile. Just go early. I think that's kind of what we need to do with live quest. So we will be favorite, we will be tipped, but Equefois is also favored a little bit. Their second favorite, it looks like, in the betting as well. One lazy, one agitated, and head there is a foreign horse that looks to be quite good as well. So, yeah, the three of us, maybe, the main ones to look for. Head there, etiquette for, and ourselves. Is this going to be number 19? Place your bets in the description below, and we'll all find out together. I do think this is a good race. I think it's one we can win. The Kingdom of Bahrain Sun Chariot. A mile race for Class 1, Grade 1 horses that are 3 years and older upon the turf here at Newmarket. Same as the old market. We've got the outside draw and a very, very late departure from the gate. Oop. Zoom out a touch. We're just going to stay on our side here. Andrati Diplomacy with Miniature Santa and Poplin. Cecily on the inside. Us on the outside. Back to Wilhelmina. Alpha. Then head there. Etiquette 4. Jeremy Grace. Smile wins. Ithaca. Roxy. All in the mix. Head there on the outside. The South African really going to go for this. We did say to go early. We haven't really gone early. We're not going to get up on this. Head there will take it. Not even really that close. Oh, they get their 19th win instead. And that kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. Good horse. We beat everybody that we were gonna beat. We did dwell, but I don't think that was the reason we lost. I don't feel like it was the reason we lost. It might have been fairly close. I just think that's a really good horse that ran really well. So if it didn't run as well and we had a better start, I think we'd be competitive. But yeah. Huh. I wasn't expecting to win that, but I thought it was one we had a really good chance at winning. Maybe one of the easier races in the schedule that we have left. So, okay. Let me just go to Keeneland. Double. 1 mile, 110 yards. I don't know quite how good this horse is. I don't really know. So I don't know what the fields have been like that we've been racing in. So this is another one. It doesn't look amazing. We are tipped. We are favorite. Letitia Easy is also there. Perla, agitated. Kartek and Brennan Sweeties, very calm. But we're looking okay. I mean, yeah, again, I don't know don't quite know what this field's going to be like. Now, can we get the 110 yards? We've run at a mile. We've looked fairly good doing it. I think I just run without instructions, and then we can always adjust for that next time. I'm also hoping that maybe we just jump. Maybe we get that little boost to our stamina. So, LCBRD's 1 mile, 110 yard, class 1, grade 1 race for 2-year-olds on dirt. Excuse me, here at Keeneland, the heart of Kentucky. And it's a decent start in the middle of the pack. We are going to stay, though, at the rear of the field, of course. Maybe getting blocked off, but it looks like the way the field coalesces. We've got Pat Cake, Georgia, just in behind Letitia Easy, our leader. And for some reason, the jockey decided to drop back and then go to the inside to get blocked off. A really dumb move. Now we're sitting in a pocket that we need to get out of, and we do, luckily, just in time. But is it going to be enough? Pancake Georgia is in the lead and is kind of doing something, but here comes Double Double. Gonna drive out at the death. Gonna finish this one up with a victory. But yeah, why go to the inside? Why sit in a pocket? Why get surrounded on almost all sides by horses? I don't fully understand. Might even cost us. Stewards say did cause interference, didn't affect the result. Yeah, dumb jockey doing dumb jockey things. Okay. Yeah, I had to nudge our way out of that one. Not quite the one that you want to see. You know, not quite the one you'd want to see. But it is a win. Like I say, after we stopped kind of running green and getting blocked off and messing up the maiden. As soon as we won the maiden, Double Double's been absolutely phenomenal. You know, since same with Manalurk and Mysterious Trader, they've all won every race up to and including the last maidens. Rainmaker's won all their races, and Shy Prince is the one that's dropped a couple of tough ones. So, yeah, really kind of happy with those 2-year-olds. Like I say, the development on them. And yeah, we need to take care because we're close to over racing Double Double. Yeah. I think if we get a good enough potential jump and we get a little boost to our stamina, we could be a threat in some Triple Crown races. We'd need a pretty big jump to be a threat for the whole of a Triple Crown. If we hold early on and then jump for the third leg of New Zealand to about a mile 1, we can probably make it work. And Double Double would then be probably in a pretty good place, I would say. In a pretty good place. Manalurka, fit and ready to race, still holding a mile, still needs room to grow. Mysterious Trader she'll be exactly the same. Rainmaker hasn't jumped. Is the only one that doesn't need that potential. Yeah, both the fillies have filled their potential. Double Double's had more races, sure. There is that. What do I want to do with you? 110 rated, 3 grade 1s and a grade 3. And filled potential. Like, there's just no reason to run anymore, really. We've done everything we want to do. Yeah, we'll miss out some races at the back end of the year, but maybe we have enough here to play with. Sure. Got enough options. I don't want to run and over race them. I don't really think that's going to have any good impact. So, yeah. I think that's the right decision. I think that's the right decision. Let's just save up and head back to Keeneland for our second 2-year-old race. Farm horse, top rated, top graded. Joint favorite with the grade 3 runner who is unbeaten. Okay. So ran against this field, won okay. Same there. And a solid maiden, but nothing amazing. Okay. See why they get a bit of love, but we're the only tipped horse. We look okay. Yeah. So one agitated, one boiled. Everyone else pretty good. I guess we'll see. Fishiel Fall looks like a solid horse, but I don't know about the rest of the field. We don't know too much about those. But the 1 mile, 110 yard Breeders' Maturity Class 1, Grade 1 for 2-year-olds and dirt. Again, no jockey instructions. I think we run well at a mile. We should be able to hopefully get to a mile and 110. If we don't, then again, we can make the adjustments. But Mana Lurker, solid horse. And the grey is out of the traps early on this near side. We will head towards that chasing position just in behind the leaders. Weight highway up to Orezo Greater. Now alongside them, we've got Official Fall on our outside. Megagiano Palmer is there with us. Greater is blocking us off and causing trouble. We've had to go to the outside. Promenade Measures on the outside. Bivouac Event coming up from deep 2. And now then, the fight for the line begins on the final furlong. We've got about a half a length lead on this one. Orezo Greater kind of blocked us off, kind of caused us trouble. Not going to cost us the win, though. They're going to take second. Promenade Measures just up into third. Officiel Fall is in fourth, ahead of Mezzogiano Palmer. Not a bad run. And yeah, I feel that we did kind of almost pay for that one. Up to 114. Just doesn't look like we're gaining any potential. So we might be capped out there on what we are actually going to gain. Which sucks because I don't think them that we're that likely to get a potential jump as a 3-year-old. Which means we're barely over 80 when we max out as a 3-year-old. Not really Triple Crown caliber. That could mean, though, if we do hold more at a mile, we'll have maybe a jump as a 4-year-old. And we'll have a third successive or fourth successive good miler in a row in their 4-year-old seasons. I don't mind that. We always seem to be the one with the most grade 1 wins out of our barn is pretty much always our miler. And this is Life Quest's kind of yeah, they're kind of time to shine. Got some big races coming up. I don't know really if they can do it. I'm not sure I love these trips to France. I'm not sure I love these trips to France, but I think it's where we've got to go. I think it's where we've got to go. We're raring. We've got, again, just that little bit of potential to fill to maybe get a 3-year-old jump. Otherwise, maybe we don't, and then we only fill up to here at the end of the 3 again. Mysterious Trader and Manalurka very similar in that regard. Shy Prince maybe close enough to jump already. Is already slightly higher than the other two anyway, and has a slightly higher potential if we fill it out at 3-year-old. So slightly ahead in a number of metrics of Shy Prince. But yeah, there's a chance that none of them actually jump this year. So yeah, I'm gonna jump though. His potential doesn't, but his stamina has. Okay. Okay. You and the champagne. You and the champagne. Nobody else can run it. I can definitely use jockey instructions. The only thing would be the St. Cloud in a couple of days' time, which would be the other side. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't feel that would be the move to make. I think we just go early on this. We gotta wait on Institute Spy, I guess. Let me check the diary and try and plan out something for Spy. Let's see what he's gonna be running. We could run that. The Meadowlands Miles, the same idea. I think that fits pretty well. QE2 Cup. And we just need something like the Champions Cup. And there might be something that sits. We might get a mile too. Maybe. Let's just book all those in. Get those done. So, another 2-year-old running in France. I think a mile suits. I'm not fully certain. Okay. Well, I think we just run. We just see. That's fine. We are favorites. We are tipped. We are in a solid place. The other American is agitated. We got a boiled over. Calm and a bunch of unfit domestics. It says 3 domestics, including Autriche Luck, who got beaten by Shy Prince and by Nobles Oblige. in its only 2 runs to date. Yeah, if they are one of the better horses in this field, then I feel pretty good about it. So it's just distance that we don't quite know that we're going to see. But the Prix Jean-Luc Lagardère 1 mile Class 1 Grade 1 for 2-year-olds upon the Parisian turf here at Longchamp. Flip the camera. Although if we kind of look around, I don't know where the Eiffel Tower is. We're off to a decent enough start on the inside, but we could easily get blocked. Don't see the Eiffel Tower. There it is. It's over that side. But yeah, we are in the Parc Autriche. Luck up ahead of with Bronwen, Faith, Haley Quest, and Trumps 2 beside are there. And now we come through the field and we're going to storm into the lead. Coming up to the final furlong marker outside of Autriche. Luck against the rail. Henri Roll is now dropping back. Dance at Dusk Eileen probably going to come up now then into 3rd place. But Mysterious Trader taking this from Autriche Luck quite comfortably, quite easily. And Dance at Dusk Eileen is in 3rd place. Good, solid win. Jump up to a 112. Doesn't look like we gain any potential. Looks like we can still run a little. Okay, well, back at Longchamp for a 2nd day. And we got the 2 favourites. Oh, we got that pink triweed. Oh. Give me a minute. Give me a minute to kind of grieve this one out, because it's the worst sight in the world for me is a pink or a red triangle. Especially when we've worked really hard to get Institute Spy back to where they are and what they're doing. We take a risk coming down to a mile, and yes, it's a pretty good field. Milers are always pretty tough. We got Dynaformer Brother in this one as well that we know quite decently. And then we get the pink triangle. So favorite 1 of 3 tipped and sweating badly. It's not even just something we can get out of. Challenge earlier, prefer outside. Yeah, the horse is going to be stressed. We're just going to try and run it and see, but stick to the outside. Try our best to keep clear and see what happens. But Prix de Moulin de Longchamp, back in the Parisian countryside. Class 1 Grade 1 3-year-olds upon the turf track. A mile to run. We like a little bit more, and we are a little agitated to the point where we're just having a fit. Basically, Institute Spy is going to go towards the front and against the rail. I didn't know if we would. If we started poorly, I didn't want us kind of getting blocked in, so I said to go to the outside. I just need as clean a run for this horse as possible. And we'll see. We got Butley Colon. Sapia is in there as well. And there we go. And we drop all the way back. All the way back. Dynaformer comes through to 2nd. And yeah, we never had a chance. Dead before we started. The Unbeaten Rainmaker. We've got a Australian horse who's looking agitated. An unfit field in general, one of which is lazy. 2 unraced domestics that look okay in the paddock. We're tipped, we're favourite, we're good to go. And yeah, everything just points to this being a good race for Rainmaker. I think trying to get the 6th win in a row then. The Total Prix Marcel Boussat. 1 mile, Class 1 grade 1 for 2-year-olds upon this turf again, Paris Francais at Longchamp. Can we get off to a decent start? We can. We're in the middle of the gates, but we come out okay. We're just going to stay at the back to begin. Sanibel Muna with Flicker Lopez in the yellow silks. Manoab Zero in the hole. And then up to Milk Asleep, Saja Blend, Kozella Mike, Tarid Maiton, and ourselves now just pushing past that group up to the Stalkers. About 3 to run. Around the outside come some horses ready to go. We're going to fight off the charge of Saja Blend. They're going to drop back. Maweb Zero coming through a little bit. Flicker Lopez on the inside. But we are free and clear with about half a furlong to go. Here comes the chase. They are going to eat into our distance just a bit, but it's a nice, comfortable one for Rainmaker. And we get the job done. Once again, just a nice, easy, simple run. Nothing to worry about. Just a very solidly built horse that can adjust for distance. 6 wins out of 6. 4 Group 1 wins as a 2-year-old. Yeah, like that's impressive is correct. Impressive is correct. Don't know quite when we've had a horse that looked like these 2-year-olds. I've got to be honest, the records are fantastic. The amount of grade 1 wins we're picking up with 2-year-olds is phenomenal. High ratings too. Like as a 2-year-old after 6 races, Rainmaker is the same rating as Institute Spy. With the same number of Group 1 wins. The Institute Spy is 3-1-1. And Rainmaker's now gone to 4-0-1. So it's traded a grade 2 for a grade 1. Like, just... yeah. And Institute Spy's been kind of around the level of horse that we've had as a 3-year-old over the last few seasons. It hasn't been that many better than Institute Spy. Looks like a pretty good horse apart from the confidence. And, this pink triangle race aside, we eliminate that, and it's, 2/3 a second and a bunch of wins this season. We definitely kind of come into our own a little bit. Trip down to Trentham, win at Fairgrounds, then over to Longchamp, and then, Chantilly third, Newmarket second, Saratoga third, win in Pennsylvania, and then we try a little something, but really we just sweat before we even get to the line, and we just have to race. It doesn't work out in our favor. But that horse is rated the same as this one. You can see why. The way we're winning as well, 3 3/4, 3 3/4. Only half a length at 7. That's not really our distance, probably. 4 length when we were a 6 furlong horse. A little bit less at 5, again, probably not our distance. And then just the first race wasn't amazing, but also we weren't hard pushed in that maiden, so just, pretty impressive. Nothing super major in terms of races. Nothing super difficult. Don't think we've had like an amazing field. The real test, of course, comes as a 3-year-old and then as a 4-year-old in some big races. But I think Rainmaker's just doing kind of everything they need to be doing right now. And they are on the brink of catching Institute Spy. So, kind of an interesting one for me, that. And then our last 2-year-old runner right now, the one that we've had the most problem with. We've enjoyed our little trip to France, but it's back to Belmont. And we'll have to see. Shy Prince. Maybe the jockey instructions will help. Like, that's the only thing I can think of. Might work in our favor slightly. But the only graded horse with a top rated, nobody else looks that good. Couple of decent form horses, but not really anything super great. Not that we've been amazing, but yeah, I wouldn't have expected anyone else to be tipped, and we look okay. Smokey is very calm. Everyone else is just fine. I almost started the race. Don't trail. Challenge earlier. And we've kind of got an outside draw, so unless we work our way inside and block ourselves off, then we should be okay. But yeah, challenging earlier, we've definitely got the stamina for that. 1 mile Champagne. Class 1, Grade 1 for 2-year-olds on the dirt here at Belmont Park. Good little chance to see what Shy Prince can do. We liked their last run, got him back on track. Now we've jumped in distance a touch. Can we get the job done here? I say we will be going early. And a decent draw out of the gates, a solid start, and we are going to go towards the front and not let ourselves get blocked off just in behind Dunedin Gertie. I think we've raced them before, and I think we did get blocked off by them. No chance alongside us with Kadaj Yours and Elshaba Kia Itwapen and Wiseman's Briscoe in the mix. Gulcher, Share, Token, Squirlo, and Electric at the rear. We're leaving people as we go early. We're driving for the line. I'm not even going to slow down because there is no challenge. Shy Prince comes. Shy Prince takes. Shy Prince dominates. 7 1/4. 1 at a canter. Nice and easy. Borello Gulch does come up to second. Calmon O'Shea comes up and takes third. Those two from the back powering through. But yeah, the race was kind of over from 2.5 out. We went. Nobody could respond. And we just took it home quite easily, quite comfortably. I don't mind that. We didn't jump any potential, though. Yeah, now we're at mile 1. Assuming the potential doesn't jump, we're sitting next season with an 85 potential horse with 75 extra speed. No weaknesses, but neither of those are really going to be strengths at 3 years of age. Can they win big races next year? I don't know. They'd be competitive, but I don't think they'll be able to consistently win. So I'm really not sure where we sit. If we do get a jump, if it's up to 90, then yeah, the big races will be competitive. The others we should win fairly decently, and maybe then get a nice jump, even max out that bar maybe as a 4-year-old. Anything above that, then you start feeling pretty solid, but that extra speed's a touch low to be like dominant and nowhere near a monster. But yeah, that was a nice one. And again, when you do start using jockey instructions, you can you can find the extra races. Instead of having to stick at a mile 1, we can dip down to a mile. Instead of sticking at a mile, if we know we like a tiny bit more, we can go to a mile 1 and challenge later and just try and bridge that gap. Horses with adaptability can sort of handpick a bunch of races. You're not waiting as much. So, yeah, there's definitely something to be said about all those. Being said, they are the only one who has jumped. We don't really have races. What do we have here? Yeah. I mean, the 1 mile, 110 yards seems built for Shy Prince. Rainmaker. Probably safer to book in for just the mile. But the field is so much easier. It's a bigger race, technically. And then these two could be picking up something there. Yeah, there's no 7, so the juvenile turf. The juvenile turf. Trader and Lurker both need a jump. Neither one, I think, likely to get it. They're both also similar. Both didn't win their maidens. Then came through to win 5 in a row. Kind of feel comfortable about these two. Both 3 Group 1s, a Group 2, a Group 3, and then similar ratings. Both are ready to race. Yeah. Yeah, so one in the turf, and then maybe the other one in Japan. Maybe. Long period here where pretty much North American horses won them all, apart from 2028. The other 6 of 7. I think that's it. Manaluka to Japan. Let me send Mysterious Trader to the Breeders' Cup. Feel like that makes sense? So yeah, that'll be their last race of the season. We got 3 on Institute Spy. We've got the 4 on Life Quest, including one later this week. And Rainmaker, Mysterious Trader, and Shy Prince will all pretty much end their seasons at the Breeders' Cup, which kind of makes sense. I feel bad that Rainmaker isn't actually running the juvenile or the juvenile turf, but I gotta maximize my chances as many as I can, and the Phillies is just the race to do it with. If we can win this, get up to a 120, get 5 grade 1 wins as a 2-year-old, and then we can throw Rainmaker out into the breeding barn. And if we can win the QE2 at Ascot and then go down under and take the Empire Roars and get our 20, we can even run the raffles in case one of these doesn't come through or whatever. But like, we can also then get Life Quest in before the Hong Kong Mile to breed and kind of scrub that off our calendar. But I do think there's a world we win all these. Is it the world we live in? I don't know. I don't know. Why are you bringing up interesting horses? Don't love that. Don't mind that. Maybe doesn't breed well. I mean, it's not going to cost much to find out, though, is it? And we could do with a miler. A mile 2, which I think we've got both those in the barn, or one going into the barn at a mile again. But we don't have any sprinters. Not the best in the world. Finish application could jump. Extra speed's not bad. Big difference between their ability and potential now, but 85 potential isn't horrendous. I mean, it's not like we're doing anything else with Emirati right now. Let's breed it and see. See if we can get one good fall out of it, and maybe it's a sprinter. Maybe it kind of follows that way. I don't know what Emirati's really like. So how they're going to breed. But yeah, we got some mile 2s. They're a mile. The mile 1s, like, they could all be triple crowners. The 7 furlongs to a miles with Emirati could all be milers or thereabouts. So this maybe does give us something a little extra, and she's won multiple grades, a grade 2 and a grade 3. I don't love it, but I also don't hate it. Yeah, don't hate it. Good old Blighty. Okay. Yeah, I feel like we were close last race, just not really right and beat them by a really good horse. That's kind of what I've got to think. And I'm not sure any of these are at that level. If anyone is, it's going to be Besieged Groom. Monster 35 wins, but they are 6. Maybe we're starting to see a decline. Maybe. Grades everywhere. Has dropped a decent amount somewhere around a mile, to be fair. Has won a decent amount around a mile, but has dropped them around a mile. Rohan over from Australia 2 is yeah, hopefully a mile 2 coming down to a mile 1. As Beach feels probably like a 7 furlong. So not far off at 8. Tipsters, us and Groom Paddock, we're both looking just about okay. Colonel and Seo is agitated. But yeah, 4 Americans, an Australian, a Canadian, and the 3 domestics. Don't know what I was trying to say there. Just go early and see. I mean, it's the problem though. Some of these races are pretty big races. It's gonna take a lot of beating when you include some of the best horses in the game to come play. But the QE2 then, Queen Elizabeth II at Royal Ascot, a mile, Class 1, Grade 1 for 3-year-old and older on the turf. And Besieged Groom is the horse to beat. Flip the camera. We are near side, or far side, well, rail side. And we're off to a decent enough start. Roha on the outside will take the lead. Bluebell Spray and Dorman Tunes right with us, and then the rest in a line. Scalacci, Groom, in issue, and Seo, who wasn't looking great in the paddock, and Safa Cruz at the back. We are going to start moving up and get ready. Here comes Besieged Groom along with us. And the final furlong marker. We are just side by side. It looks like Besieged Groom is just fighting through this one and just getting up on us. Life Quest, though, sticking with, not giving up. A very, very valiant run against another great horse. I feel last 2 we could have won, maybe should have won. But in each case, we were just up against what I think is pretty much the best South African miler and the best Canadian in Besieged Groom. We weren't far away. But we weren't close enough either. Closing in on 6 million prize money this season. We got 13.5 in our career. This would have put us close up to that 15 million mark. And like I say, that 20 Grade 1 win mark. We might not get there. But Besieged Groom, just an absolute monster. And, yeah, again, just undone by a great horse. I wish there was a way to put that one out to auction so we could take a look at what it's actually got. Because I'm at a loss at what exactly I should be doing any different. I think we just ran the best we could. We just hit back-to-back monsters. That gives us 3 races to win. Empire Rose has one of the 2 in. Siege Green is sticking with the Breeders' Cup. But Head there is going for the Empire Rose, which makes sense. It's not that far a trip over. Uh, yeah, I don't think Head there goes to Cranji, but Beseech Groom might. Yeah, we might get Dare here and then Groom in these. I don't know. I really don't know, but okay. Little interesting. Little interesting. What am I gonna do? If that is the case, I don't think there's much we can do about them. Okay, Raffles looks clear for now, but Raffles looks clear. If this is what we are racing against, then I think that's 19, which means one of these. We'd have to go up against Beseech Groom at 7. And Delilah and Vice. Yeah, all the Canadians are coming down to Keeneland. Okay. That would be the only one. If we were going to go up to a mile 1, Ribbon probably the horse to beat again. Institute Spy wasn't a mile away. They beat Beseech Groom by a short head in that one. Uh-huh. And Ellis is going for that. Yeah, all the Canadians are coming in for Keeneland. As probably should be expected. Anna Charlemont. Another decent one. In the clock. Mountain. Go ahead Bethune. Minky did. So I'd have to bounce out the raffles. And I don't think that's the one I want to bounce. So nothing on the schedule right now for them. Yeah. So you're running against Sophie's Pole and Lizzie Society, Molly Valley, Adelina Dora, and Calambara Sulfide. Yeah, that's a tough one. Titan Bloomer. Couple of decent domestics. That doesn't seem like a bad one. We don't know this. We did win it with Demolition Damager. Kind of a slightly different kind of horse, but yeah. Um, hmm. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Don't know what you produce. Do know you're capable of grades and a grade 1 with the right partner. We don't know yours. Doesn't look good. Yeah, that not gonna gamble on a yearling sale. Um, I think we've got some good yearlings at least. I don't know how good, but we got some good yearlings at least. Okay. Anything crazy in an auction for me? Life quest. Who's going to shut in? Nobody. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Um, couple of domestics and Katana Dia. I'm sure we've raced against Katanta before somewhere. The name just seems familiar. Tidal Force. Tidal Force. Okay. Yeah. So that's probably a similar comparison. A couple of years ago, but a similar comparison for sure. I think we can win those two. I let me know what you think, but I don't know about the Empire Rose. It all depends what head there comes out and does, I feel. Um, but 19 could be Raffles. 20 could be the Hong Kong Mile. Maybe. Maybe 20 Group 1 wins isn't dead. The 140's dead unless we take all three and buy some distance and gain like 4, 3, and 3 somewhere. I don't see that happening at all. I don't even think we hit 134, 135. I don't see that. Um, but yeah, we can get 20 wins. And if we do miss breeding by Life Quest this year, then I think I'd rather go for the 20 grade 1 wins. We should have some solid horses here without needing Life Quest. Some Rainmaker, they'll be going into the barn after this race anyway. So, yeah. I think that's where we're at. I think that's where we're at. All the 2-year-olds have one more run each. Rainmaker will go into the breeding barn. Prince Trader and Lurker will go into the field. Life Quest has got 3 shots to win 2 to take that 20 grade 1 wins. If we do win against there, and then we win raffles, then maybe we go into the barn and we don't run Hong Kong. And this is Spy, like I say, I think there's a tough couple of fields, surely, and an interesting thought to see can we maybe get up to a mile 2 at the end of the season. But yeah, if we stick at 1 mile 1, and if we maybe even max out our potential, to have a horse with like 83 extra speed, max potential, full finish, who's comfortable a little over 1 mile 1, it's not a bad place to be for the World Cup races. So that's kind of what I'm thinking now. That's maybe where Institute Spy steps up and becomes something, another of those horses which needs that 4-year-old season to really prove it. But I wouldn't be too surprised to see if they could come up with 120 rating and 5 grade 1s by the end of their 3-year-old season, which ain't nothing. At the end of the day, it ain't nothing. And, won the Louisiana Derby and then the opening leg of the France Triple Crown and third in the second leg. So it's not bad. Also came second in the 2000 Guineas as well, and then took the Pennsylvania Derby. So may have not been what we wanted or we thought, but still decent and a chance to do even more, as I say, next year. But yeah, I think the 2-year-olds are definitely stealing the show, which may bode well for next season. We just need 1 or 2 of them to pop at the right kind of distance and potential increases. If we can get that, I think we'll be good. I like our yearlings, but they've got a lot to live up for up to now. Life Quest might just get the goal done before the end of this year. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Comment section down below. As always, I appreciate you being on this journey with me. I think it's been a really weird one where we've had a bunch of good 3-year-olds that couldn't quite get Triple Crowns done. Like Out Cold still hurts because that was almost nailed on, and just very bad luck at the end of the day. And after Promise Princess going through that, to see how Cole going through it as well, feels like we're not quite at that elite level. But we should have a couple of more Triple Crowns under our belt than we've actually ended up with so far. So that is what it is. But then the second half of the season, getting into Spy to run well, but then that pink triangle, getting Life Quest to run well, and now coming up against 2 of the best milers in the world, and having another race in the next one. Like, yeah. I still think a fantastic season. 58 of 93 for the season for sure is great. Should top 26 million in prize money this season. 153 to 154 million should be easy for the career at this point. And we're 160 from 310, which means we're 10 wins above 50% right now, which is huge. So, yeah. Exciting times. But let me know what you think of each of these horses. Who is the 2-year-old that you think? Is it Shy Prince with his stamina bar? Is he going to jump? Is his extra speed good enough? Mysterious Trader. Like, do we get any more distance or not? Is he going to jump? He does have the extra speed. Manalurka has jumped. I was going to say a carbon copy almost, but needs to fill a little bit more potential even that we probably won't get and probably won't jump. But good extra speed and now has that mile 1 capability. Rainmaker still holding at about a mile, but looks, they filled out their potential, looks really good. That distance adaptability can be really, really good and not bad extra speed. So kind of a mixed bag on the 2-year-old stat-wise. And we've seen kind of how they've run. They've all impressed at different times for sure. And I'm not sure which way that goes. And like I say, Institute Spy next season. World Cup races? Maybe. Distance feels right. Potential feels right. Extra speed feels right. Cruising burst maybe a touch low. That confidence could kill us. I don't know, but have your say, comment section down below. As always, like and subscribe while you're there. Check out the other playlists and memberships on the channel. And I'll see you next time. Till then, take care, stay safe, all the very best. And yeah, we'll finish off the season in style. And then we can look forward to the next one. Because I think we do have good horses in our stable to take it to that next level. So we'll see. And I'll see you there.